Hi ladies and gentlemen, Morinore from kira. I am in the process of moving to another house in light of what I discussed, the complications regarding my flight in moving out of Suriname temporarily. So for now, I've decided to lay the matter to rest while the necessary judicial steps get taken to tackle this matter. But I'll go into detail regarding that. I just wanted to show you guys my new house, the new house that I leased or rented. I obviously left the other house because I was planning on staying abroad for at least a month, obviously, and if possible, in any case, there is the option if I wanted to remain abroad. I'd have to apply for a residency permit and all of that, okay? But I'll talk about all of that later. Right now, I just wanted to show you guys the house. So here goes. One second, let me turn the camera. And there you go. My signature Lord banners are there. My beloved Lord Samuel and Vice Lord Sandalphon. This is what a house looks like. This is the neighborhood. As you can see, it is a, well, it's not the best neighborhood in the world, okay? I won't say it's not a low-class neighborhood. It's definitely not a ghetto, but it is, let's say, half an hour outside the city, similar to the other one. And the neighborhood infrastructure is really bad. You can see for yourself the potholes. But then again, this road isn't even registered on Google Maps, so yeah. I mean, I registered it, and as you can see in the back, the people that live in the back aren't the most prosperous of ones. I've got housekeepers inside that are busy cleaning the house. They're done with upstairs. I am going to live upstairs, and I've rented the entire house, but I don't intend on using downstairs. Hence using garbage cans outside. I mean, the bags of garbage outside and so on. So I'll give you guys a quick tour. Yeah. I do like the fact that wind is blowing intensely. This is always why I like houses with balconies and so on, okay? And as you can see, the view is very nice, okay? There's also a lot of wind in part due to the fact that there aren't any houses here. The neighborhood isn't heavily congested in terms of real estate and so on, okay? There aren't a lot of houses behind me. As you can see, there's a big patch of land behind me. There's a cows grazing and everything. So hence there being a lot of wind. I already bought furniture and everything, as you can see. This is my living room, dinner table and everything. This is the balcony on the front balcony. And my Lord banners, obviously. Just ignore that piece of triplex there. That piece of triplex wood needs to be thrown away. But like I said, I only just moved into this house, so other things are still being put in place. And it was only yesterday that I came here. My bedroom, the master bedroom, my bed, my desk. I don't intend on putting any curtains, but again, as you can see, view is great. Absolutely beautiful view outside. It's too bad that the neighborhood isn't the best. I like my neighbor's yard though. He has a nice big yard, open yard. This house is the same deal. It has 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and that's only upstairs, okay? It also has 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom downstairs. This is the first bathroom with a bathtub. I don't intend on using the bathtub, but yeah, okay. And let's see. And yeah, these are just some altars that need to be set up yet. The stupid delivery guy mentioned that he wasn't paid to have them installed too, so I had to go to the office of the furniture company to whom this belongs to request a separate installation package. So someone's going to come by next week or in 5 or 6 days to install everything. And as you can see, this is the back, the second bedroom. These are the 3 bedrooms, and there's another bathroom here. This is a backup fridge. For the moment, it's the only fridge that works, because I think that the front fridge, the black one that I have, kind of like a mini bar like fridge, that one, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's working properly. If not, then I have warranty on it. I only bought it a week ago, so I'm gonna have to bring it back to the store. And yeah, as you can see, this is the thingy bathroom. This is the main bathroom that I intend on using. Okay. And this is altar room / temple number 1. Again, view is breathtaking, okay? Look at that. I do like the fact that there's a little swamp or a little creek or lake there. It looks almost so inviting or enticing to the point where I'd like to take a dip or a swim in it, but of course that's not advised, okay? Because it's a swamp. Who knows what's in there? And this is the other one. They all look alike pretty much, but this one is a bit more spacious. This is altar room number 2. And this is the main altar room / temple of my beloved lords. My lord and my vice lord will be sharing a temple room, and they said that they don't mind. There's no one else that they'd rather share it with, and this is my lord's altar. Again, I'm in the process of setting things up, so obviously nothing's here yet, okay? I've ordered a bunch of stuff, but it's going to take a week or 2, so I should get it by December the 20th, or at least in the beginning of 2019. So hence my lord's altar being so bald, or it lacking beautiful things like swords and so on. I'll show you guys that in time. I just wanted to show my viewers the new house that I moved into. And this is my vice lord's altar. As you can see, I have a bit more things installed there. I bought Hugo Boss for him, a ridiculously expensive perfume. And those obviously are a couple of $100 bills. An American dollar one in a local currency, and a €100 bill. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, the view, I love the view. The view is great. So yeah, everything's in order. Now it's time to head back onto my bedroom. Get in there. Yeah, this fridge, I don't know if it's working. Honestly, I opened it and I'm still not feeling any coldness whatsoever, despite the fact that it's plugged in and everything. It's been plugged in for a day. It should be working by now, but again, I might just bring it back. They sell I don't know why they sell this kind of crappy stuff. The rest works fine, thank goodness. And it cost me quite a small fortune. Imagine having to buy all of this stuff because the house is unfurnished. The house comes unfurnished, the way I prefer it. I like to add my own personal touch. And ordering all of this stuff in one hit cost me, at the very least, a couple of $1,000s. I'm not gonna lie. It cost me about, I think, 4,000 American or something. In any case, hold on for a second. Let me balance it out. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Let me just. I need to balance it out. Let's see if I can balance this camera on my bag. Yeah. I primarily used this cell phone that I'm recording with, right? This is my Sony Xperia C5 cell phone, my baby. I loved it, but unfortunately when I went riding with an ATV outside the city, it cracked, unfortunately, or the screen cracked, so it took a week to get it repaired. I had to find a store here that had a screen, a Sony Xperia Z5 screen, because my phone is very rare here, a European phone or an American phone, and they don't sell too many spare parts of those here. So, and knowing me, I obviously can't live without a cell phone, okay? I'm online and available 24/7, so I went and bought out another one. This is a Samsung Galaxy A8 cell phone, mobile phone. So this is the cell phone that I currently use. I can't lie or complain. Okay, the Sony Xperia Z5, it's all about performance, just like me. The only drawback is that it's unstable. It overheats quickly, especially in this tropical climate, and again, the camera is exquisite, hence me recording with it, 23 megapixels. This one is only 15 megapixels. But again, this one is all about performance, and the other one is but it lacks stability. This one, on the other hand, is the opposite. Okay, it's stable, it doesn't overheat regardless of how much you use it. Otherwise you really have to use it extensively in the blistering sun for at least 5 hours. Only then will it reach 40 degrees. But this one reaches 40 degrees in half an hour. Plus the battery runs low ridiculously quick. This one stays put. Even if I use my cell phone consistently, it will last at least 8 hours before I have to recharge the battery. The drawback, like I already said, this phone performance wise isn't as great. For starters, the camera, it's only 15 megapixels. But granted, both the front and the rear camera, the front and the rear lens of this camera, my cell phone's camera, this Samsung camera, are the same in terms of pixelation. Okay, they're both 15 or 16 megapixels. This one, the rear camera or the back camera has all the juice and all the power. The other one is grossly lacking. Taking a selfie is a nightmare with the Sony Xperia. It's only 5 megapixels. So that's all. Both these cell phones cost quite a pretty penny, okay? Both of them cost around $450. I bought this one while I was in the process of taking my flight. In any case, now you guys have seen the new house that I intend on staying in. I intend on staying put, at least for the time being, maybe another half a year or a year in Suriname. We'll see what happens. I've also toyed around with the idea of maybe building a house here or buying this existing house, since this house is for sale. If it's one thing that I dislike, is moving, because it's when you move that you realize how much crap you have, that how much annoyances come along with moving, having to adapt to your new environment, infrastructure wise, you name it. For me personally, for example, it's finding a place to buy food because I don't cook, finding a cab company that's reliable nearby, and just goes on and on and on, okay? Settling in is the most annoying part, despite the fact that I am very adaptable, even if I say so myself. And like I just said, I have no internet, unfortunately, no broadband internet. I've approached an ISP, an internet provider, but the earliest date that the mechanics can come by to install a satellite dish for me with a reception and a modem and everything is, when did they say? I have an appointment for the 14th. Today is December the 9th, Sunday, so 5 more days and they should be coming by. And the guy that's going to come by from that furniture company to install those altars, to set up those altars, 5 altars in total, it will be coming the day beforehand. So the 13th, December the 13th. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, all in all, I've done well, even if I say so myself, to relocate and to get back on my feet. Obviously, because I've also been feeling the absence of my spirit altars heavily. The problem is that without the altars are the core of the energy, so that see the results. So without the altars, the effect of ongoing workings has been drastically minimized. Yeah, sorry ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't know, this cell phone, something happened, it either overheated or some other notification interrupted it, despite the fact that it has no network coverage or anything like that. In any case, I'll just pick up where I left off. Like I said, the altars, due to the altars missing, which are, let's just say, roughly estimated 80% of the energy in terms of spiritual and occult work, I've also been feeling the negative aspects of that. Okay, my work has been sitting still pretty much, or not sitting still, but my work has decreased significantly. So that was noticeable for me as well as my customers. I'd also like to give a shout out to my customers. I'll be notifying you via WhatsApp or whichever medium we communicate with to discuss other details and how things will be going on. But nothing changes, everything continues the way it is. For me, the biggest challenge was finding a house, okay, because finding houses in this work less than nothing hole is ridiculously difficult. Finding a real estate for lease or for rent is just a nightmare. It didn't used to be the case. I can't remember that when I leased or when I rented the last time I rented a house, that it was that difficult, that it was this difficult to find a house to rent. But I took this one because it's perfect in terms of spacing, and I had already stayed in a hotel for 3 weeks, and it was just I got fed up at a certain moment, and I said, fine, I'll just take this one. you know, despite a couple of drawbacks. A bunch of work needed to be done and so on. So that's it. One last thing that I'm going to mention. Based on my last neutral video in which I discussed the reason for me having to stay in Suriname, unfortunately. Long story short, as per this current date, what I know based on information, I've spoken to the manager, a flight manager from local airline company, and he explained to me that in short, the Dutch embassy put out an alert or an APB on me, and they've advised any airline company basically that is either European or belonging to the EU, or to any country that belongs to a country or used to belong to a country from the EU, a former colony or something similar to Suriname, that it's advised to not make me travel to the Schengen area. The Schengen area is Western Europe, loosely translated, okay? The Schengen area is pretty much every country within the European Union, so Western Europe as a whole. They've advised me to not fly to that area based on the fact, and here it comes, the reason is that I don't have a Schengen visa, which is obvious nonsense, okay, because I don't need a visa. I already did all my homework long before I traveled to see what the requirements are and so on, and I don't intend on traveling to the Schengen area. I intend on traveling through the Schengen area, and I already checked out the requirements for that with the local Dutch embassy itself, and they themselves told me, and it's black on white, confirmed, that I don't need a Schengen visa if I intend on traveling through the Netherlands, for example, if I intend on traveling through Holland. But yeah, in any case, it's pure nonsense. You know the way things are with big companies, okay? They keep making you go in circles in an effort to try to demoralize you as some kind of strategy to wear you down mentally, but I'm not having any of it. Obviously not, since it's me, Moreno Ravenberg, obviously. They have no idea who they're messing around with, okay, because I'm really going to go for the throat. They do things like constantly send you from here to there, and there are constant or near constant miscommunications. This party says this, the other party says that, this party says no, you need that one, and the other one says the exact opposite. No, you don't need us, we don't deal with these kind of matters, you need them. It just goes on and on, okay? But yeah, as per this date, I'm not someone that talks a lot. I've already approached the lawyer, and my lawyer is going to deal with this issue, and not only am I going to force them to adhere to my wishes, okay, because you're not doing me a favor here. I paid for a ticket, okay, and it's your job, similar to a bus or a cab, to transport me from place A to place B, where I want to go to, okay? You're not doing me any favors. As long as I don't have a criminal record, or I haven't done anything illegal, or there are no legal grounds to keep me, then you can't keep me, period. But yeah, my lawyer is not only going to see to that, I've made that expressly clear, I'm also going to literally sue them for all their work, pretty much. The Dutch government as a whole, honestly, if they think that they have too much money on their hands, then I'm more than happy to take it off their hands or out of their hands. So yeah, that's what I intend on doing, but obviously that's going to take a while, especially in a work as whole like this one. Court cases, you can wait, okay? Don't even bother setting your stopwatch to something when it comes to judicial and court cases, because this is going to take a while. I'm obviously going to do what I need to do from my part to see to it that things happen as smoothly and as swiftly as possible. But again, I'd like to get back to work as quickly as possible, occult-wise. And I've lost so much money and everything already, thanks to the worth less than nothing Dutch authorities, or whoever's responsible. If worst case scenario, they're not the ones responsible, and we'll just take it from there. Okay, I'll just take it from there. But for now, I'm staying in Suriname, and I'm just getting back to work. And in the future, I'll notify those of you watching what will come of it, and in terms of me traveling and moving abroad to stay possibly or optionally permanently abroad. Of course, that's a wish of mine, but again, worst case scenario is that I stay here, but not permanently. Like I said, I might consider buying a house here, so that I have a foothold here, a strong foothold, because I thought initially that it was going to be a waste of money, but I mean, since I intend on staying here, at least for the time being, it might not be such a bad idea, instead of constantly looking for houses to rent in the worst case scenario, when something goes wrong. and you gave up existing property that you leased or that you had rented from someone, from a tenant, from a from a landlord or some kind of property owner. In any case, that is pretty much it. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.